Good evening, Gemini. How are you doing, lovely? We've got another round of the metaphysical mystique. Welcome. My name is Jamie Jacobson of the Sacred Raven. We're going to take a look at the energies for Gemini for the month of May 2020, because Gemini, like the rest of us, you're going through quite the evolution. In fact, you may start a revolution. A rebirth, a death, a birth. It's all happening. It's all happening. You're about to discover something. You're on the verge of a massive discovery. And it's one that has taken you so long to find. Venus goes retrograde in your sign. So there's going to be a lot dealt with from that angle. So we got a lot of you here. In fact, it's going to stay that way until the 25th. It's going to be quite interesting to see how all of this plays out. For me in particular, too, being a Gemini, with my Venus in Gemini, we have the new moon in Gemini coming up on the 22nd. And it marks the Gemini season as well. So make way. Make way, Geminians. Are you ready to take a look at what's going on, what to expect? Take a look at some of the themes. Okay. What do the cards say for Gemini for the month of May 2020? I almost want to say 2017. I feel like something, and it could have been that great American eclipse, right around that time, that something sparked. And it's coming to some sort of climax in this next year. It really is. So let's take a look, Gemini. We're going to see. What I'm going to do is pull from this Crystal Power Tarot. I like these because they're similar to an oracle in the sense that they give you these, something like an affirmation or a theme to go by. Along with its crystal. Man, you've been dealing with heartbreak over a matter. It's been confusing. You have felt defeated. I think you're trying to find your thing, something within you, a creative thing. Here we go. Got a couple cards already spit out. I deserve financial security. All right, it certainly is revolving around that. I know that many of you are having trouble here because of this coronavirus. And it's rocked your world for a fact. But there's something deeper than that, too. I embrace joyful opportunities. Have you been enjoying your life? Have you? Have you been actively putting yourself in the way of situations that bring you that joy, that allow you to lose yourself within yourself, where time seems to disappear, where you're not acknowledging time, you're not acknowledging the stresses of the future, the anxieties and the worries of your future, or the sadness, the regrets and the resentments that you held in your past. Here's another interesting thing about the North Node. It's headed into Gemini. There's this thing with Gemini right now. Lots of air. Wherever you're to be headed, it's going to deal with a form of expression in which you communicate. That doesn't surprise me in the least, with Gemini being ruled by Mercury, communicator, the great scribe even. But it doesn't limit you there. You could be a speaker, the next thought leader, the next teacher. As Gemini does, they love knowledge. They love words. You know, they're the people who know a lot about everything, or a little bit about everything. They're kind of the jack of all trades kind of person. You know, they get a tendency for this fear of missing out, and you may be feeling some of that. And it's been making it a lot harder on you to decide upon your path. However, when I get the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, Pentacles meaning manifestations, the earth, what's earthly, money, right? And cups, all things pertaining to that of the heart, what we love, what brings us that sense of love, harmony, things of the heart. When these come out together, it's telling me that it's going to be important for you to find your joy in something you absolutely love. Not even necessarily something you're great at, although that could very well be a good possibility. But more along the lines of something you love. What do you love, Gemini? What do you love? And it doesn't have to come across as intellectual, because I know you guys are heavy intellectuals, and you want it to you want to look at me, I'm intelligent, I'm smart. People know that. People know that about you. What does your heart say rather than your head? Your mind might be saying, well, this over here seems practical. I could get money from this. I would be good at it. But then your heart's saying, yeah, but over here, you're going to have community, friendships. You're going to be excited. It's going to explore. You get to explore new avenues, new realms. One could be very safe, very practical, right? While the other might be a risk. And it may come with some criticism of others even. You may be very afraid of what others might say about this thing that you're considering. So this is the theme I'm looking at. This is what you're going through overall. You know? And it's got a lot to do with your purpose. You know, you can have a lot of passions, and they don't all need to be something you make money from. And the same with your purpose. Your purpose could be separate from what you actually make your money on. You know, maybe your purpose is to be a great guide or a teacher. But teachers don't always make that much money, do they? Nor do spiritual guides and counselors, you know. But you might be very good at communication and writing a book, creating a course, doing something practical could be the avenue to lend you that extra oomph when considering money making. You might be very good at helping others describe themselves in a resume, putting together a profile, being a good career coach. But it's not something that maybe you're attracted to in a purpose sense, but because you're good at it, and you might have a little bit of passion for it, because you get that sense of community, get that sense of being able to help others, teach them. You still get some of that, right? And you might even put the two together and find a way to dabble in your passions, but not necessarily expect to create a career out of them, and just simply go for it and make your life's purpose be something that you make your money from. And that's what I'm seeing. You're trying to deliberate in your mind how you can do this. And you may have found it with the Three of Cups. You may be celebrating if you've discovered or have come to terms with something and said, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go with my heart on this. I see it. I see it clearly now. So let's delve into some of the more details of the energies that you might be experiencing for the month of May 2020. All right, let's see. For May 2020 for Gemini. Okay. Yep, definitely your future. And the three here with the Three of Wands. It's a new dawn, a new day. It's a glimpse of a new future showing up. You're alchemizing. We got Temperance. I see a rainbow in the background. That tells me you found your pot of gold. This woman is pouring water into this beautiful vase. She's got wings. And you know what? You might be an earth angel to many people. You have found a great sense of peace. By the way, Sagittarius energy. You're going to take your lemons and turn these suckers into lemonade. Yes, sir. You found your pot of gold. The light at the end of the tunnel. Your peace, balance. Okay. We have the Princess of Discs. And the Princess of Discs is exactly the same as the, virtually, as the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? The Princess of Discs is like the page or knight of Pentacles. Okay? More like the page. But it's giving us, when I say it's virtually the same, it's kind of giving us that same idea. It's you landing on this idea, you knowing your worth, you finding that pentacle, that it's that aha, it's that tangible thing that you see, it's that vision, it's that opportunity, okay? It's your little mini pot. It's the possibility of being able to take something that you can turn it into something into the future, okay? And it's comes right before the Justice card. Libra. We have balance. This money-making opportunity, this financial opportunity comes through you being in balance. You finding your peace. Now she's holding a sword here. It's a sword of truth. And she's blindfolded, so she's using her intuitive capability. She's using her inner guidance to do this. And she's kind of in intent because there's this opened curtain. I heard curtain call. Yeah. You discover a way to make money online where you're in the presence of the public. Okay. You're balancing the scales. She's holding the scales of justice. Maybe you're interested in justice, truth, justice in the American way. In other words, maybe you're standing up for something, standing up for peace, standing up for yourself, standing up for others. May justice is entering your world finally. You find your peace. You find that answer. You find that pot of gold. And it's everything you've ever wanted. You can see the vision of it. There's this promise with the 3 of Wands. That's your ships coming in. You can see the ships. You can see them. It's that morning sunrise is setting on it. Now it's not full noon yet, right? But you see the sun coming. You see that sunrise. It's that 5 a.m. time of your life. It's this whole new idea. And with the rainbow there, it's got so much promise. So much promise. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's dig a little further, shall we? I really see the Queen of Pentacles with the 4 of Swords. There again, the idea of this moneymaker comes by you being at peace with yourself. It comes from when you go into your meditative state, when you go into your spiritual place. It's from your spirit that this is activated, that you're able to do this. Yeah. I just caught sight of the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Okay, I see that. It's once again, it's your intuitive capabilities, your inner guidance. It's connecting to your spirituality, connecting to your spirit, connecting to a deeper part of you, being independent, going out on your own, right? It's having your own business, doing this, right? Definitely. There's going to be competition, but nobody's like you. Why? Because as the Queen of Wands, you're displaying your creative power, your creative side. This is your sacral coming out. Yeah? And you're going to allow this to lead the way to help you be the fool. You're going to step off that mountain. You're going to show the world what it's about. And that creativity is what leads to so much exploration of the heart. Because the Ace of Cups, it's a new day. It's a brand new love. Falling in love with what you do. You are able to express so much that was withheld. And you pour all your heart and soul into the work. It's what allows you to be free and to adventure out and to explore in new realms, and to allow yourself that time, to allow yourself that patience, to allow it to build. You see, getting over that shadow, being able to maybe express with others what that shadow can do. That's it's gonna free you. I see the world in the sun. Yeah, you're moving on. You're moving on from whatever had you stuck. And I see this a mirror of cups. Okay, the mirror is the night, and there's all this mystery here. You're moving on from that. And you're going straight into the world, the sun. Leo energy here. Lots of fire. You allow music, this deep place within you where you connect to something ancient. It seems like you have this fascination with things that are just deep, ancient, so mysterious. And I see you going there. I see you doing it. You may have been afraid for a while to do it. You're afraid of what you're going to find. You're afraid of what people are going to say. You didn't know how you're going to approach it. You didn't know how you're going to do it. But with with the star. Oh my God. Gemini. Okay. I'm going to share this with you. With the star and the Sultana. Okay, the Sultana she's the Empress. Okay? The Empress is pregnant with ideas. She's giving birth to something beautiful here. We've got a blessing. We've got Aquarian energy, of course. And the Empress gives us that Venus, Taurus-like energy. You could even say a little bit of Libra. She's very creative. She's abundant with creativity. You're going to be blessed with this. And it's going to make you feel it's like you're unbridled with it. It's going to make you feel like you just been through the river, through the Golden Nile, right? Like you just were baptized and refreshed and renewed with this sense of elation, happiness. And it comes with this great big pentacle, the Ace of Discs and the Malik of Cups. The Malik of Cups is somebody who has found themselves. They're very emotionally intelligent, very put together. They know who they are. And because of that, they have abundance in every sense of the word, material abundance as well. And with this Ace of Discs, you not only achieve that, but there's this beautiful mountain in the background. There's something pure you get in touch with something holy, and there's this beautiful blue sky. Everything seems clear. And you know how to get into this connected place, this holier, pure place that allows you to develop and experience and express all of this surging creativity, this blessing that comes from the star. In fact, this Empress energy, this Venus quality, makes you the star. You shine. And it allows you to just explore your inner child with the sun and the world together. As you've ended a cycle, you've not only ended a cycle, but you've ended a cycle and it's beginning, right? The sun is right now rising on this with all this emotion from the Ace of Cups. It's amazing. And it's all coming from this place where you really got to know your shadow and you've merged with it. Everything that seemed to be so mysterious. And there's something here about the lunar phases, being connected with it, that helps you through this process, that it aids you here, these cycles, and connecting with them. That's really going to open up a lot. It's very beautiful. You have found that your aces come from merging the two. You know, the inner child with that shadow. Not shunning the other side of yourself, but aligning yourself. You know, the more we kick and scream against something or turn away, the more it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, instead of looking at it, facing it, which is our fears, and boldly going into them. So Gemini, I want you to think about, what are you fearful of the most? What has a hold on you? Because whatever has a hold on you, others can use that. And they will. But if you take control of it, if you have power over it, they cannot use that against you. But it takes a sense of being vulnerable first. You have to be vulnerable. Can you be vulnerable? Can you face that fear and be yourself? Because when you're yourself, you are your best. And you're different. You're very, very unique. I'm saying avant-garde. I'm not kidding. What are you going to do with all of this? Think about it. How are you going to utilize this? This is incredibly beautiful. This month is going to be one that you will always remember. I would document everything. And I'm not kidding. I'm such a believer and a big promoter of journaling. I love journals. I love everything that has to do with pens and paper and penmanship and just all of it anyway, right? Surprise, surprise, being a Gemini. Anything that has to do with office stuff and business and art. Shout out to my my Leo side and my my Taurus side. But Gemini, how are you going to get out of this stagnancy? You've been in this hanged man position far too long. You've gained a lot of wisdom. Don't get me wrong. Gained a lot of wisdom. Somebody I'm seeing here, there's a male who likes to wear, you know, those boxers. They're kind of like, they're tight. They're not boxers, but they're not tighty whities either. They're kind of a mix of the two. I see somebody here wearing these. Okay. The Desert Hermit I've got. I want you, because this is where you're going to be finding your success. It's when you are as, here we go, we hear sirens in the back. It must be quite the siren, and this is that. Let's take that as an alarm going off. It's time. We have the Desert Hermit and the Eight of Wands. You're going to receive quite a bit of epiphany, a lot of insights, a lot of messages from Spirit. Go within. Go within. Listen to all of these. Start writing in your journals. Like I said, I'm a huge proponent for that. Start exploring. Experiment. Test different things. This will give you that sense of adventure. It will allow you to express yourself, all the things that you're holding inside, and it will help you to blow off the steam, so to speak, by adventuring out and allowing yourself to explore. Can you do that? I think you should, and I think you can, and I think it's going to be great medicine for your soul. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, Gemini. In the end, we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the emotional fulfillment. This card has a rainbow here, so we have another rainbow. Finding that pot of gold. Striking it rich, so to speak. Something that touches the soul, puts you at ease. You find your peace. You find your purpose, and you find your prosperity within it. Also, your passions. So you get them all. Your peace, your purpose, your prosperity, and your passions. Can you ask for anything more than that? Gemini, this is huge. This also marks endings and a brand new beginning. Remember I said birth and rebirth, death. Yes, Gemini. So at the beginning, when we were looking at the Knight of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, saying to yourself, I deserve financial security, and I'm going to do it by embracing joyful opportunities, the things that let you explore, have fun, be adventurous, the things that allow you to be that child once again. That's how you love yourself, Gemini. That is true self-love. This is going to be a time to remember, I promise you. So Gemini, how are you going to approach this? Let's see. Let's get some advice. What is the final advice from the realm of spirit? What is our final advice, Gemini? Let's see. Okay. Clearly, you're going to be doing a lot of communicating. Surprise, surprise. Okay, here we go. But, ooh, the merchant. The merchant. Now, who is the merchant? Opportunities to prosper are everywhere. Opportunities to prosper are everywhere. I'm seeing this gorgeous tree. Trees, for me, and are often denoted as wisdom. And this tree has a lot of roots. Within you, Gemini, there's a lot that has been built over time already. It's inside of you. That has been cultivated. It's come to fruition. You bore a lot of fruit. How are you going to produce it? There are many branches on this tree with varying leaves. So there's a lot to pick from. I think you're most likely a multi-potential. Those of you Geminis that resonate with this. And that could be the confusion. But maybe you can find a way to weave all of those talents and weave those passions together. How can we do that, Gemini? Let's see. It's by being logical, discerning, flexible, financial, of course, right? Psychological, creative, communicative, social, brilliant, quick, evaluative, right? Technical and inventive. Not surprisingly, the Merchant card is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury has a heavy impact on your direction. Those words are a bit of a profile of clues for which your path is going, where you should tread. Okay? Opportunities to prosper are everywhere. The world is loaded with them. Get rid of the fear of missing out and just start to explore. And when you explore for a while, maybe plant some seeds and see where it branches off. And then plant a few more seeds and see where that branches off. And I guarantee that these roots will settle in, and the leaves that grow from them are going to be the abundance that comes from it, from the planting and the branching off, from growing all that wisdom, from all the action that was taken, the exploring that was done, bit by bit, being in the moment, not worrying about tomorrow, not resenting the past, but forgiving the past, right? Forgive your past and be okay with your future and live for right now. Just do that which you love. It will start to build and create a life of its own. And only do something if it brings you joy, not for any other reason. If it's for any other reason, it's going to be false. It's not going to come from a place of authenticity, and you're not going to attract the right things, and you will be unhappy because you'll be split in two. Do only the things that resonate with you, and then you will attract, and quickly, the right friends, people, partners, opportunities, and you will be very happy. You will feel at one, you will feel whole. And that's what happiness is. It's when you're whole. Mind, body, soul. When what you say, what you do, and how you think are all in alignment. All right, my loves. Gemini, I want to thank you for spending your time here with me. I do hope that the wisdom I had to offer is something that you could use within your own life and align with yourself and use it to your advantage, for your advantage, and that you're able to capitalize on it. If you want to have something personal and deeper, you can do that absolutely, and you can get a hold of me. If you think that this was something that others should hear, by all means, share and subscribe so that you can get more, especially if you know what your moon sign is, or maybe your rising sign is, and put it out there in the world. Help a girl out. Anyway, Gemini, I love you. I'm very excited for you because this is what we all dream of. This is what we all hope to aspire. And you, my friend, are going to find it, land on it, and take off with it. And you can lead the way. Show them how it's done. Mwah. I love you, and we'll see each other soon. Goodbye, Gemini.